Hey everyone, Django here. So today I was flying and Flip asked me to join his squad and fly a mission, and I had time for one more mission, so I said yeah sure, I'll join up. They were flying a 4.7 lineup and I was flying British that day, so I looked at my lineups and I did have a 4.7 lineup, and I selected the Spitfire Mark 16, the clipped wing version, as my first plane. Let's check out how it went. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. We are in Spitfire, we are in a squad based game together with Flip and two of his buddies. We are trying to get some altitude. We're in the clipped winged version. Interesting thing about this is that when the Focke-Wulf 190 appeared for the first time, the British pilots were very impressed with the roll rate of it and the pure speed of it. And as a stopgap countermeasure, the clipped wings on the Spitfire has helped to increase a quicker plane on lower altitudes and a better roll rate, so it could compete with the 190. And that worked pretty well. So we're trying to approach this Focke-Wulf, typical, appropriate. This Focke-Wulf, but he got shot down by somebody else, and squad mates there killed two people on altitude, so nothing to worry about there. See a bow fighter coming in, checking quickly around me to see if anything's dangerous approaching or not. He looked to be approaching me, pitching up at me, so I took some altitude, and here we tried to drop down on him, but a cup of water already took him down, so we go back up, see what we can do to help Luigi hit there. Checking my 6, nothing there. There's only a Typhoon there, for the rest it's bombers. It's always a good point to ask yourself what you want to do. Well, you want to stay up and boom and zoom, but looking around what we have there. A Hurricane. Hurricane pitching up. Wanting to get altitude, we want to prevent that. So we take the lead and we get our first kill. After a swoop we boom out, or zoom out, sorry. Not completely awake, I just went to a concert, a Gojira concert. Don't know if you're familiar with metal, but I sometimes enjoy that a lot. And I didn't go to a concert for a long time, so it was amazing. I still have a beep in my ears. So this Condor here doesn't want to die. We reapproach him, take the lead again, zoom in for a better view, cut his wing off, and we are trying to climb. We get a little bit of smoke here from the engine. Nothing major, according to the damage indicator on the lower left. And we are trying to regain some altitude here. But yeah, as I mentioned, Gojira is a fantastic band, and they performed in Haarlem, which is a smaller city close to Amsterdam. It was fantastic. Really enjoyable. So we see this year coming in here, we've taken enough altitude and we decide to make that our next target. Because we are angling the plane correctly so we can adjust for anything he might do. He doesn't do anything though, he just keeps flying straight on. I don't know if that's the right answer for a bomber pilot. I've had some fantastic dogfights with bomber pilots that knew their plane in and out and were capable of doing some pretty nice maneuvers. And those fights were interesting. I even died in a few of those fights. So anything is better than flying straight on, I think. I think if you're a bomber pilot you would agree with me, hopefully. So Flip apparently seems to be having some problems with lag, which isn't good. His connection isn't good. And that is not very nice. I was in I don't know what kind of a mindset I was here, but I kind of basically stole that kill there. I normally don't do that. Don't know why I did that here. I was probably in a no-nonsense mentality, or I don't know what I was angry about. But I just wanted to shoot at something apparently. So we're trying to climb here again. Let's see what we have there. Spitfire. And a King Cobra there. So we go for the Spitfire first, which was the later plane. You don't want to go for the first one because you get the Spitfire on your ass in that case. You go for the last plane first and then you work your way up. We missed that shot there. Stupidity. That was a beautiful shot. But I think he flew through our bullets there. Got a few glancing hits probably. We got a hit there. Trying to take the lead on the Cobra. But some of our allies here got that kill. Got a Year 2 here on our right. But we are going for that Beaufighter first. Because again, if we would have gone after the bomber, this Beaufighter would have been on our ass and would have been pointing all those lovely 20mm on our ass. And that's not something I like to see happen. The Year was taken out by somebody else, so those two targets are gone. There's a Focke-Wulf 190 there in the far distance. There's a PBJ on the right. Checking everything here. A Hurricane coming in. Now he does indeed survive that head-on. And I kill him. Always adjust if you see a likely target, you know. He may survive such a head-on. Unless there are other targets near that are better. So yeah, as to those clipped wings, they did improve the roll rate of this plane immensely and made the Spitfire pilots able to compete with the roll rates on the Focke-Wulfs. And they could have a fighting chance with the clipped wings. They were better at lower altitude because of it. They were worse at higher altitudes, of course. They were faster because of lower drag, and they were, of course, less good on altitude because less lift from the smaller wings. Focke-Wulf 190 approaching here. He's going for the friendly ahead of me, and they do a classical head-on. So I'm checking my rear there again. Nothing in my neighborhood at the moment. Focke-Wulf extending from away from me. So we wanted to get a little bit more altitude before we approach those 4 or 5 planes that were coming from the enemy spawn. We don't want to go in there alone. Flip went AFK, I think, because his plane is just heading on. Maybe he has such bad lag that he can't fly the plane at all anymore. So that I-185 there in combat with a few of our allies. I decide to loop over and approach these guys there in the far distant. And there, it's good that I looked up, because here is a BF 109 coming for me at high speed. So here we avoid, and he overshoots, tries to climb back up, and we get him there with a good shot. I love those moments. You know, it gives your enemy a nice warning, like, you wanna come for me, boy? I'll shoot you down. It's a deterrent for trying it another time, right? In the match. They will think twice when they see you again. See a Pesca here on the deck, and consider that looks like a nice target, so we're going in. Lead the target. Get some hits in. My aim here is not too good. I remember this day now. My aim had been bad all day, and then I went flying with flip. I think that's the reason why I shot that guy that was on fire. Bit of a stolen kill, that one. But I think I was just frustrated at that moment. I'm recording this sound. The voice, I think it's 2 weeks later now or something. I don't remember exactly. That's why I don't remember exactly what kind of mood I was in when I played this match. But mood shouldn't matter, I should remain the gentleman, right? But I wasn't wasn't that perfect that day. Anyway, this match seems to be over. We have lost on tickets. You know, losing player like Flip early in the match because of lag was disappointing, and a big loss to the team. But he couldn't help it, of course. It was his ping. Anyway, we had a nice, decent match. 10 kills, no deaths. And I had fun with those guys. And I'm pretty tired now, so I think I'm going to bed soon with this concert beep still in my ears. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. To come back on Gojira, if you like that, if you like metal, then definitely I recommend you checking out Gojira. It's an amazing band. It's been one of my favorite bands for the last few years. Yeah, so enough of that. It was a good match, this match. I do recall being a little grumpy that match, thus not caring too much, and I did shoot down a plane that was blatantly on fire. As you may have noticed, I usually avoid that, and I turn off those kind of targets because somebody else worked for that. But oh well, yeah, I'm not a saint. I did it. Was not in the right mood, I think. But this plane, yeah, so the clip wings make for a nice roll rate comparable to 109s, and it's really enjoyable to fly. On lower altitude it does amazingly well. Let's say somewhere below 4,000, 3,000 to be more exact, perfectly. But you can go on altitude with this plane as well. It still climbs very well, and it has a little less lift, so it will eventually, above 5,000, will start to do less well. But below that you can still function. Good firepower, like all Spitfires with the hispanos, and yeah, nothing to complain about. It was a fun match. The only thing that wasn't fun is that the ping of Flip, so he couldn't contribute to that match, and Flip is a capable pilot, so he would definitely have contributed in less planes, being able to bomb our targets, and we may have won, but unfortunately he did have that ping, so we ended up losing that match, although it wasn't even close, so maybe it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little clip of this Spitfire. If you did, make sure to like the video, leave me a comment, and if you want to see more, subscribe. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.